like I said I'd be on Friday. It just didn't happen this morning. I have no excuses. I just didn't get up in time, and I've had one of those lazy days. I've been without my hubby all week long, and I've just let myself go. You know, have you ever done that? Let yourself go? Hello, Tina Reddington. Long time no hear, huh? Well, I absolutely am glad now that it has been this evening instead of this morning, because some of y'all already know this, but maybe some of you don't. There's some more case file dropped on the chinster there, Mr. A-hole number one. I saw it in the case file. State's response to the defendant's motion, John Pryor's motion, to extend time for expert disclosure and reports. And as many of y'all remember, we talked about that. His notice of service, where he went ahead the day after bitching and whining that he needed more time because that's his MO. John Pryor absolutely drags his ass on everything. Hello, Bryn Marshall. Hello, Chris Arnett, Teresa. I Live for Now, Jill Schneider, Madam August Butterfly, Erna Anspich. Y'all, we might see a little clues in here. A little pre-trial strategies going on here. So I'm going to read it out. I was going to do all rays on deck, but it's getting a little chilly outside, so I decided just to come as I am, as I want myself to be, as a friend, as a trend, in that no memory. Hello, Christie's Boutiques and Up Mom, Fancy Nancy Bergbauer. All right, y'all. State's response to the defendant's motion to extend time for expert disclosure and reports. And here is my deal, y'all. If the state is going to respond to a motion from John Pryor, chances are, I'm not 100% sure, but they might have a pre-trial motion hearing here maybe in the next week. Maybe we could see that damn asshole looking just as nasty as he always is. All right, here it is, y'all. The state of Idaho, by and through the Fremont County prosecutor, hereby responds and objects to the defendant's motion for extension of time as follows. The defendant alleges in his motion to extend time for expert disclosure and reports that the state's discovery disclosure dated January 30th of 2024 is part scientific in nature, and that it concerns the defense that the state's disclosure creates a situation in which the defense experts have created their opinions and have not been afforded access to all the evidence in the possession of the state. The defendant did not list which items he was specifically referring to, so the state can only guess as to what items he deems scientific. To the best of the state's assessment, these items would include, now listen up, number one, an FBI cast report prepared for the Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office, which was only recently provided to the state of Idaho. Now let's stop there. Y'all remember the cast unit that went out to Chad Daybell's. How is it that this same unit with the FBI there is just now giving the state what? This new evidence? It's got to be different evidence, right? It can't be from the cast unit's testimony in Lori Hussey Daybell's trial. It's brand new evidence. Just as we all thought, y'all, there's some more going on here. So that's that. It's an FBI cast report. Number two, pictures. Pictures from the Idaho State Lab related, y'all, to fingerprints of Alex Cox and fingerprint testing from the ISP lab. So this isn't fingerprints of Chad Daybell, but this is the fingerprints of that freaking nut job, Alex Cox. And number 3, an FBI cast report that the state intends to use at Chad Daybell's trial. In reference to number 1 above, number 1 being, y'all, the FBI cast report prepared by the Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office, which was only recently provided to the state of Idaho. In reference to number 1 above, the state has informed the defendant that the state does not intend to use the cast report prepared by Maricopa County. However, where it was provided to the state of Idaho, the state felt the need to disclose the report. It is important to note this defendant, Chad Daybell, has all the data which was relied upon to create this report and has been in possession of said data for quite some time. Specifically, the Maricopa cast report largely relies upon the Homer J. Maximus Gmail account belonging to Alex Cox. In the above captioned case, the defendant was provided said account information on August 9th of 2021. It is further of note that the defendant received that same data in a previous case on July 21st of 2020, approximately 10 months before he was indicted in the above captioned case. Similarly, the Maricopa cast also relies heavily on Verizon phone records that were provided in the defense in the above captioned case on August 9th of 2021. In reference to number 2, what is number 2, y'all? Just to go down memory lane again, pictures from the Idaho State Lab related to the fingerprints of Alex Cox. Regarding the fingerprint material, the state provided this material to the defense previously on August 9th of 2021. It was sent again because the investigator sent it to the state again as the state prepares for this defendant's trial. It is the general practice of the state to redisclose items if law enforcement sends it again to the state. Regarding number 3, which is an FBI cast report that the state intends to use at Chad Daybell's trial, the FBI cast report is mostly identical to the cast report used in the defendant's wife's trial. Mostly, y'all. But it doesn't say completely. The state did ask the FBI to provide further information on the report regarding Alex Cox's visits to the defendant's house. Y'all remember that. They had it on GPS. They pointed them. Alex Cox had been visiting Chad Daybell in the month of September and October. During the month of September, he was there even on the other day. There were other days besides those crucial days that Tylee and JJ were murdered. The state did ask the FBI to provide further information on the report regarding Alex Cox's visit to the defendant's home. The state is aware that the defendant is already aware of these incidents. Also, the labeling of this report differs slightly from the last report in order to make the report easier to understand. Similar to the cast report, the data upon which the cast report was created has been in the defendant's possession since at least October 9th of 2021. No new scientific experts were disclosed in the state's discovery disclosure. Well, there you go. No new scientific stuff, y'all. We all know what scientifically went on at the Hussey's trial. This will be about DNA. This is about the eye of the pickaxe. This is about the DNA. So if we're thinking there's anything other that was already used as evidence, scientifically speaking, in Lori's trial, The state's just made that very clear to y'all and to me. Whereas the state does not intend to utilize the Maricopa cast report, the defendant is already in possession of the fingerprint material. And whereas any changes to the cast report the state will be using is minimal. The defendant has failed to meet the burden of establishing why the court scheduling order should be altered. There's nothing stopping the defendant's experts from reviewing the small changes made in the state's cast exhibit. The defendant has certainly not met the burden of requesting a continuance. As such, the state respectfully requests that the court deny the defendant's motion. And then, y'all, over and over again, John Pryor. He wants to put this off as long as he can. He even tried to leave because he didn't want to dang freaking pony up his freaking defense. He's a dang coward to be talking about, well, we need a continuance here and a continuance there. Every time he files something, John Pryor does, it's so full of inaccuracies. Hello, Cindy Bullock. Teresa says Chad's phone. No, it's Homer J. Maximus, which was Alex Cox's Gmail account. And also Alex Cox's fingerprint stuff, which the state already says was already in the possession of John Pryor and Chad Daybell. So okay, let's talk about this. Lori's trial, was there a lot talked about Alex Cox in it? Well, I would say now. I think Chad and Alex were joined at the hip. And I think it's going to come out in the trial more just how much of a conspiracy this actually was. And I think that the key in all of that is it's not about regurgitating the same evidence, which they will, about Lori and Chad's involvement with one another. You know, they're bumping uglies and all that. It's going to focus in on Alex and Chad's relationship. Y'all remember that in Lori's trial about Alex getting a blessing from Chad in that recording? Chad and and Alex is weeping. They're so, you know, it's so silly. It's so silly. And again, if you see any comments on here where these people don't have a life, and they just want to say what they want to say because they don't feel good about themselves. And they really, all I can do is say, I will pray for them. And also, please ignore them, report them, or, just block them. Because they don't have nothing good to say. They don't have anything productive to say, right? That's the story of their life. And because they don't really want to take control and be a good person, be kind to other people, then the only thing they can give, right, is to just be jerks, basically. Thank you, Fancy Nancy. So that is the news, and y'all know that OKJ has tried my best to focus in on Chad Daybell as much as I can. I didn't want to put on the community wall something that I really wasn't going to cover, but I guess I can share that announcement in that they've got the new scheduling order out for Lori in Arizona. And so we'll just have to wait and see how the judge rules on this. I just believe that Judge Boyce is going to absolutely keep moving forward. He's not going to allow John Pryor any more time to do anything. Hello, Jean Marie. Hi, Leonite Howery. Hi, Felicia Lewis. Good to see you. Hello, Moonlight View. Norma Guerrera. I hope y'all are going to have a great weekend. Wayne won't be home till Monday, so I've been away from Wayne all week. But y'all know what? I've had a good time. I've been laying around, just worthless, not doing much. I have done a little laundry. I've been eating what I want to eat. Last night I had French fries, a big old plate of them dipped in honey mustard. That's what I had for supper, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Donna says, I've been feeling poorly. I have a bacterial ulcer in my eye and have to go around like Ray Charles for about a week with my eyes dilated. That's crazy. Oh, Donna, I've never heard of that. There's an actual thing, an ulcer that can be put, that's in your eye. I hate to hear that. I hope it's not too painful. I know that you see a lot. It's not just through your eyes, but your heart. So I know you'll get to feeling better. Hi, Philly. Hi, Elba Lopez. So, hallelujah. 7 says, we all have our sins and problems and fall short of the glory of God, but thanks be to God, we're not saved by works, but by trusting in Jesus Christ as our Savior and in his finished work of the cross. Thank you for sharing such a truth, at least my truth. I can agree with that. I checked that one. Thank you. Donna Donald says, it has been hurting, but I'm on the mend. I hope your eye gets better, Donna. Jean Marie says, my cat had that. Wow, pets can have that too? So, y'all, I guess in a nutshell on this motion, this response to a motion of John Pryor's, I still think, because it doesn't say completely, I still think that there's other things in that report along with the Homer J. Maximus Alex that will come out in Chad's trial, y'all. That didn't come out in Lori's, where Chad and Alex are conversing. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be, he's going to get so convicted. So convicted. All right. I heard you the first time, okay? So you don't have to keep repeating it. You think that you're not getting the attention or someone's attention in what you're saying? The bottom line is you only have to say it once. Yet let your yays be your yays and your nays your nays. You don't have to keep saying it over and over again. Because, really, it's a waste of typing all that in, you know? Thomas Ralph wants OKJ to shut up. Well, how about this, Thomas? Has anyone ever told you to shut up? How does that make you feel? Do you have any feelings at all? Trolls be gone, says the Journey to Justice. I know, y'all, I shouldn't feed the trolls, but I do. I can't help it. Maybe they'll have a better weekend knowing somebody paid them some attention. Waveless says favorite soup flavor. My favorite soup flavor, I would say, would be, I don't know. I like clam chowder, but I also like chicken noodle soup. But it's got to be homemade. Well, Amelia, I bet you're so pretty. I know I ain't pretty, but I'll tell you what. If anybody, I don't take compliments very well. I don't. But I'll tell you one thing right now. I'm not one of these people out here that have to then get Botox or makeup or do my hair and Photoshop and mess with things. I don't have to do that. Because guess what? Just like you are the only you're ever going to be, and I'm the only one I'm going to be. And I think everyone's beautiful if they want to be. Not my definition of whether they're beautiful or not. Just beautiful. Abby Lynch says, what is your favorite color? Blue. Blue is my favorite color. All shades of blue. I like it. Melania Mushel, can I donate? No, I don't do anything like that. I don't mess with money. I don't mess with other people's money. I just don't do it. Hi, Nadia. Thank you, Daniel. Right, Fancy Nancy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I know, y'all. It's a shame, isn't it? Because KJ loves to go on live stream and get with all the rays on here, and then people want to come on here and they don't understand, right? They just don't. If they did understand, they wouldn't be here in the first place, right? Because then unless they wanted to be productive about what they're saying, express yourself in the comments with positivity, I mean, I'm sure I want people to be positive toward me, and I want to be positive toward them, But maybe some people don't. Maybe they're so used to being, in a bad mood or negative or depressed or something that they can't handle it. They got to feel that way all the time. And in order to do that, when they see other people happy, they realize something's wrong with them. And so they got to make sure to try to disrupt other people so it all looks normal to them. Is Candace and my friend Jenny in here? Hey, girl. I bet you had a tough shift, huh? I love Candace and my friend Jenny. I miss y'all. I still drink out of my coffee cup. I love you girls. I'm looking forward to getting with y'all this year. We're going to have a trip sometime, hopefully. If y'all don't get too busy working all those nurses' shifts. I miss you. I love you. I think of you. I pray for you often. Just so glad you came by to say hello. There you are. I'm so happy now. I'm so happy that I got to see you, Candace, and my friend Jenny. Melania Mushel says, do you believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Oh, shiny, happy people holding hands. We are, y'all. I mean, I'm a mess. Y'all know that. I've been out in the yard all day. I look like I've been out here. Actually, I've been out here doing leaf raking and burning leaves before we're supposed to get some rain at about 8 o'clock tonight. Levi, the Ten Commandments says thou shalt not hate, right? But I make an exception for sin and evil. Okay? I just do. Because God hates sin and evil. And if God hates sin and evil, then I should hate it too. The person that does it, I'm not supposed to hate them. Just what they're doing. If it's evil, if it's murder, if it's just wrong, on a personal level, I don't like liars and I don't like thieves. But that's just me. Kathy Burrell says, hey, Candace and my friend Jenny, nice you were able to join. Beach Lady says, it's Friday night, music and cocktail night for me and my hubby. That sounds wonderful, Beach Lady. Y'all, I am absolutely convinced. I am convinced that there is going to be slightly different evidence. I know a lot of it's going to be the same, but I think there's going to be slightly different evidence as it relates to Chad and Alex's relationship. Because Alex was the one that did most of, or if not all, the heavy lifting. And I just have a feeling that Chad and Alex on that Homer J. Maximus account, I guarantee you, you know how stunned we were when Lori, and when we found out at her trial, she was saying, is JJ at 0 yet? And was talking about all those things that we'd never heard of before. Y'all were going to hear it in Chad Daybell's trial, some new stuff that we've never heard. And it's going to be like one of those situations where all just going to want to pound Chad Daybell for what his part in all of it is. It's a travesty what Pryor is doing, dragging the case out, says Felicia Lewis. He can't drag it out anymore. I don't think Judge Boyce is going to allow it. He's trying to get continuances, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the state has made it very clear. I do not believe for 1 second that that they're going to move this trial for anything else, because I've looked over the trial setting and all of the deadlines. They're not going for a mental health defense now. That's passed. They're not going, there are other deadlines that have come and gone. I don't have the paper in front of me. So I guess the only thing John Pryor can do is look at these late disclosures, which are not illegal late disclosures, and just try to say, hey, I mean, how does he know it's scientific? I mean, if he's had it since August of 2021, and the state is sitting here and letting us all know, along with John Pryor, what it exactly is, he's just blowing smoke up his ass, basically. Yes, Moles, I am a dog, cat, bird, fish. I love all animals. There's some really sweet people that are coming on here and saying nice things to me, and I appreciate that. Let me just say that that is very, very sweet, okay? Thank you so much. I'm not used to all that, but I appreciate it. I know what I look like. I'm just an old country girl. I'm 52 years old. I'll be 53 April the 8th. But thank you. That brings a smile to my face. The X-Files says Chad's case is going to rain buckets full. Pryor is obnoxious, but he is doing his job. That's true. But it's time for him to step up now. He's put this off long enough. He's done everything he can. He's crapped all over. He tried to crap over the grand jury. He tried to crap all over Rob Wood and them, tried to get them kicked off the case. Everything that could possibly happen, John Pryor has done. He's done his best that he knows how to defend that damn asshole. So, hey! Guess who's here, y'all? Come here, say hi. Say hi. It's my boy. Hey. I love you. You getting come to pick up those packages?
Yeah.
Jay says, if you have a favorite country singer, which one would it be? Because it sounds like you have a country accent, not trying to be mean. Jade, I love a lot of country music. I think my favorite band of all time is Seldom Seen. They're bluegrass. I like bluegrass music. Love you, son.
Love you.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
But if you want to look at, like, I guess contemporary, or I don't know. Some of y'all are young, and I like John Connolly. I like Brooks and Dunn. I like Garth Brooks. I like Trisha Yearwood. I like Reba McEntire. That's, if somebody's wanting me to say Taylor Swift, you got another thing coming. I'm not a Swiftie, okay? Just not. Thank you, Gene, for two. Right, BB, Toby Keith. He passed away, y'all. It just broke my heart. He's, he sings that one song. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I like Loretta Lynn too. Yeah, I could think of all kind of country singers that I love. Will Cowling wants to know my favorite rapper. That's a tough one. I like some of Lil Wayne's old stuff where he kind of mixed the rock and roll in it. But I like Post Malone. I like Eminem. I like let's see who else. There's all kinds, y'all. Just all kinds, really. I mean, there's just too many to name. Just like there's too many to name on country music, too. That's right, Beach Lady. Melissa Split says, I don't like rap music. Well, some people don't. I like all kinds of genres of movie, even opera. I like just all any kind, techno. I've got a big wide music is an international language to me, so I love a lot of different music. Donna Donald says, I like the New York State of Mind with Alicia Keys. Never heard of that. Melania, I ain't much of a singer. When I sing, I just kid around. Y'all are just having what a weekend, huh? The Pink Panther tune. Dun 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 dun. All right, N-L-E-T-Y. Rest in peace, Toby. You will always be missed. Yeah, Chrissy's Boutiques. I like Charlie Daniels too. Leon LJ says, turn to Christ before it's too late. Vicky McNutt's an Elvis fan. I know, what is it? My friend Jenny, her mom is a big Elvis fan. Valerie, I'll be 53 years old in April. I have a 24-year-old son, a 32-year-old, well, he'll be 32 March, and then I have one who's 33. I've got 3 sons. Jicky Snaz says, Christ told me to stop going to Walgreens. My fam for what's my favorite food? I would probably have to be prime rib, or I'm not a vegetarian. I'm an old country girl. I love biscuits and gravy too. I love sausage. I love bacon. Bacon's a big one for me. I am absolutely going to die young, y'all. And young to me, I might not be young to some of y'all, but the way I eat, I ain't going to get no better. But I'm going to enjoy my life. Ooh, Melissa Split just made ribs for dinner. Y'all always get me on all these subjects. I want you to know that I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of your time and your efforts to come here and spend a little bit of your comments with me. Jicky Snaz says, Jesus invented bacon. All good and perfect things come from above, huh, Jinky? Vicky McNutt says, I love biscuits and gravy. Hello, Orlando Jackson. How are you? Hi, Mikkel Callahan. Arabella says, I'm back. Arabella says, I'm hungry. Hey. Nansley7 said, we had chicken and ribs for dinner tonight as well. My boy came home for dinner, so Mama made sure his tummy was full. I can't get my sons to visit. I think I'm a pretty good cook, but it takes a while for them to come over here. The only time they'll come over here is when I make my mother's homemade chicken and dumplings. They will make it a point to come over here. Well, thank you, Kathy. I didn't do nothing to it. It's just been out in the wind today. When I washed my hair this morning, I did a cold water rinse on it to, to kind of shrink the hair shafts because my hair is so thick. They love Ava. Why do you have blonde hair? It's more of gray. I don't know that does it look blonde to y'all? It's gray. It's just a bunch of gray hair. That's what it is. It's like the white gray in it is making it look that way. They love Ava says, I love corn. Well, there you go. I love corn too. I like corn bread. I like corn nuts, y'all. You know the little corn nut snacks? I like those too. Oh, trust me, I've got a lot of gray hair. Melissa Split says, I love growing corn. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we have like a little garden every year. We don't get no great big one. We got neighbors that have the big ones. And then they share the vegetables with us, which is pretty awesome. But I usually plant like tomatoes, jalapenos, and then I have like a little strawberry patch. But that I don't get no great big garden. It's a lot of work. BB says corn casserole is yummy. Juniper's tarot and astrology says I like deep fried corn nuggets. They are so good. Yes, they are good. I know, Fancy Nancy. Just ignore it, report it, or block it. And if it's all it's doing, if it's bothering you to have to do that, just ignore them. I mean, just whatever anybody is inclined to do. You don't have to feel like you have to do that. Okay, I can look past it. Y'all just gonna have to pray for me because I'm hook, line, and sinker. Sometimes in the comments, people say things and and that's what they want, right? Oh, that sounds good, X-Files. Jalapeno peppers and cornbread. Melania, or however you say your name. Hello, goodbye. Well, I love you too, Arabella. I love all of y'all. Regardless, y'all already know how I feel. You already know it. Hi, Shardy. How are you? Negra Brown. Hello. How are you? I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. Ooh, Sandra likes soup, beans, and cornbread. Ronak Kachia. I think that's how you... please forgive me. Thank you. I love you too. Just to let everyone know, we're having solar flares right now, so that's why everyone's electronic devices are acting up and chats have been acting crazy. The sun has switched solar poles every 11 years. Thank you for sharing that with us, Juniper. Lily Maud, I was country when country wasn't cool. And I'm still not cool. I'm just an old country girl. Okay, that's all I am. Chrissy's Boutique says we've got chicken tortilla soup from Costco last weekend. Served it with cornbread, cheese, and sour cream. It was delicious. Y'all, we've got a bunch of food-loving people on here. Kimberly Max says, my grandpa had 3 gardens. He shared it with his entire community. What a wonderful man. Moles, I am 52 years old. I'll be 53 in April. But I appreciate the compliment. You know, most women like people to lie to them and say they look younger than they do. Y'all, I got gray hair all over my head. I got wrinkles. I don't wear makeup. I don't fix my hair. I don't do nothing. You know why? Because I'm happy in my own skin. And there's always going to be people out here, if I did everything in my power to make myself look whatever people think you should look like, there's still going to be people out here that are going to make fun of you. And I get made fun of and bullied and called names all the time. So I might as well just come on where I feel comfortable with who I am. And you should be comfortable with who you are, because you are the only you that you're ever going to be. If you make a choice that you want to act like somebody else or look like someone else, that's your choice. The bottom line is you are precious, you are beautiful, you are the only you. You can't be anyone else. You can pretend though. The Pringles, man. I love Pringles in the can. The Rays know it. I had pictures on my community wall, 2 years ago. I got my hand stuck in the Pringles can because I love Pringles potato chips, okay? This live stream was originally to update the Rays. We are following a case out of Idaho, Chad Daybell. Every time any kind of case file, documents, legal documents fall, I just come in, I read them. People make up their own mind what they want to do with that, and we move forward to get justice through understanding. And we talk about everything, including my favorite potato chip, which is Pringles. Kimberly Mack says, girl, I'm 60 and thankful I'm alive. Y'all, we ain't promised tomorrow. I'm living in the here and now. Katie, when you say I really struggle with self-confidence, so thank you for helping people like me. Let me tell you something, honey. I've lived most of my life not liking myself, not making friendships with people because I didn't like myself. I suffer from chronic depression. I've got PTSD. I'm damaged as damage can be, but I'll tell you what, there comes a point in your life where it's like, who the hell am I supposed to be for someone else? I'm supposed to do this little kabuki show for people so they'll like me? Give me a break. The bottom line is all I can do is just be myself, remember to take care of my self-care, and just try to be as positive as I can, knowing good and damn well that every day of my life, I fail, I fall on my face, but I can live in my skin and know that it's okay. And that I'm not here for everyone else. I'm here because God loves me. And whatever I can do to try to work that out. And that is a very, very hard thing for me. So, everyone's lives are so different, but what I'm trying to say is that everyone deserves. They deserve respect. They deserve honor. But they can only get that if they're not being rude, hateful, bullying, and all that other stuff. There's other ways to get a person's attention and get their attention in good and wholesome and nurturing ways that will help you. If people are out here wanting to get attention and the only way they think they can get attention is to say hateful things or negative things, they're getting a reaction. They're getting the quote-unquote attention. Do they really want that? Is that what they really want? Because if that's what they really want, all I can say is I want more for them. I can't give that to them. I want everyone to have peace of mind, to love, and all those things that, y'all, no one's ever going to have it 100%. But any little bit helps. Miles XD says, whose grandma is this? Well, I'll tell you what, Miles XD, I'm not a grandmother yet, but the Rays on here know that I've got 3 grown sons, and none of them are engaged to get married or anything like that. I have no grandchildren. It's the one thing I want is to be a grandmother. And there are people that's come on here that's asked me, will you be my surrogate grandmother or whatever? I feel blessed for that. Because let me just make it clear. I want you to look at me when I say this. Taylor Swift, she's so beautiful, perfect body, the whole 9 yards. She's going to be a grandma or an old woman one day. Someone young and vivacious and makeup and hair and all that shit. It's going to take her place eventually. And then I guess all these icons or this hero worship bullshit will just transfer over to somebody else. How about that? So when you call me grandma, I take that as a compliment, being the old country girl that I am. KJ in the race, thank you. At times when I'm down, you all always have a point of view that is uplifting or humorous, that lift my spirits. God bless. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate that. Katie says, hey, I hope you look like when I grow up. You are so sweet. How sweet, Katie. You spread a lot of positivity, don't you? BB says, never judge an old person. Consider yourself blessed if you make it to your 50s. I think BB's got some freaking wisdom. And I don't know how old you are, BB, but I'll tell you what, that kind of statement right there says it all. Mars says, if you had a grandkid and they were LGBT, I guess QT or whatever, how would you react? I would love my sons, my grandchildren, the same as I would any other thing. I mean, when you love your family, you love your family, right? That's common sense. Grammy B says, when I'm an old lady, I shall wear purple. Yes, Melissa, I do. I want grandchildren so much. I don't know if I'll get them. Maybe it's not God's will that I get them. But if I do, oh, it'll be wonderful. I didn't expect to get on here and meet all these new people, but listen, some of the new people that I'm not recognizing the names, they're on here and they're being negative, and that's okay. They have a right to say what they want. I look at it and I say, that's so sad that it can't just be normal, healthy things that a person can say. But for the ones on here that I've never seen before, that have been nice and all that, thank you so much. That means a lot to me that you would be nice. Because really, it really comes down to 2 words. Be kind, right? I mean, be kind. I mean, how hard is that? Is it so hard for people that they've got to call other people names and just be hateful? It's sad, really. I feel so bad about that. And, I want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all hopping on the rays on here that allowed me to come on and read this legal filing to y'all. I'm going to get off here now. I've got some laundry to finish up. I got to do a little cleaning because Wayne's coming home on Monday, and I haven't done nothing all week long, y'all. I've just been laying around watching movies and doing absolutely nothing, just eating and watching TV all week long. Well, I will say I've been out doing some yard work too, but not as much as I've been. Y'all, that Super Bowl commercial with the couch potatoes, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. There's people in the potato costumes with the TV sitting in front of them, and they're out in the field growing couch potatoes. I was one of them. But anyway, y'all have a great weekend. We'll get back together on Monday, Rays. We're going to go over something really interesting in the Chad Daybell case. I'm not going to give it away. I've been working on it now for a couple of weeks, research-wise. So we'll get back together on Monday. And again, I apologize to the Rays that I did say I was going to see you Friday, and I would have done coffee this morning, but I got up late. I wasn't in the frame of mind to do it. I had some other things that I wanted to do outdoors today, but here I am to tell you I love you. I thank you. Have a great weekend. Monday, look at the community wall and keep on looking.